Welcome back to Light Rain and Moderate Drone Activity in SHENZHEN IO. Let's keep reading email and designing circuit boards. Remote kill switch. I would like to have a remote kill switch for autonomous systems, robots. This is in case of failure of the autonomous system. Of course, such a switch would not be needed if we always design the system correctly. We should make this. I will create the transmitter and you will create the receiver. Okay. Let's stop those robot overlords. Radio RX is a non-blocking X-bus input connected to a radio receiver. Power 0, 1, and 2 are simple outputs connected to a high-power switches that control industrial equipment. When a data packet is received over the radio, read it and execute the corresponding command in the table. So we get data packets. So if we get a -1, keep alive and do nothing. Alright, I can do that. If we get a 1, power on. Read another value and turn on that output. So 1, and then we're reading 1, so we're turning 1 on. If we get a 1 and then a 2, then we're turning 2 on. If we get a 0 and a 2, turning 2 off. Turn off all power when 5 or more time units have elapsed without receiving a data packet. Turn off all power outputs. It's like right here, then we turn it all off. So -1 is keep alive, it resets the timer. So it's all from Radio RX. Are these pins? Yes, they are. Let's see. I wonder if we can have. See, it can go there maybe. I wonder what happens if we do that. What happens if we move X0 into ACC and test if it's equal to -1? And if it is, then we'll move 1 into X1 and sleep for 1. If it's not, let's move 0 and 0 into X3. And then let's sleep for 1. And ACC is already initialized. Let's move. Let's add 1. I don't know if you can make it non-blocking really though. Sometimes this isn't going to fire. I think we just want like this guy. I want this guy to be the countdown timer for the 5. And I'll wire the pins up that way. Just trying to test if... I also need to test if this kind of design will work, if I can actually output two things into this thing. Will it go nuts? Will it work? It probably will work if I don't output them at the same time. Let's see, test if P0 is 1. If it is, then we'll move 0 into ACC, otherwise we'll add. And we'll test if ACC is 5. If it is, we'll move 0 into X1. And then we'll sleep. Otherwise, we'll move 0 into P1 and test if it's 100. Let's put a breakpoint like here. Just want to see what happens over here. So it's 2, 3, 4. It goes low correctly. Alright, that should be fine then. Alright, so there's our kill switch. That's all set up already. And now we just need to read the negative ones are handled correctly already. So now we just need to read the ones and the zeros. And we don't need this one. So now we'll just test if, I guess the tricky thing is actually, I guess we have to read the state from X3. We'll test if it's equal, we'll test if ACC is equal to 0 or 1, let's say. If it is, we'll move X3 into ACC and we'll DGT, let's look at our manual, DGT or DST pin something, pin, I don't know, 0, pin 0 to a 1, and then we'll move ACC back into X3. I don't know if that'll work, but we can try it. Let's see, let's set a breakpoint right here and simulate to there. Okay, it is 1, so we're going to move. So ACC is 0, so now it's 1, and we're moving it back. There it goes. And it's set to, and it's set high. That's nice. All right, so the next packet after that, and this is X3 then, because we want to set it to, wait, this is X3, this is X3, and this is 1. Sorry, not X3, X0. I want to read the next data packet inside X0. So we're reading X3. Now we're going to read X0 again, which is 1. So now we're, yep, there we go. We're setting that good. Well, it's almost kind of working. You can kind of see it doing something. But it's going back to 0 pretty quick. Some kind of bug. And then this one went to 0, which is odd. Let's figure out what's going on there. Let's reset it. So here we got a 1. So our X3 is 0. Why is our X3 0? You'd think X3 wouldn't be 0. Because it's 0, 1, 0. Moving X3 into ACC should be not 0. It should be like something higher than 0. It's pretty weird. It should be like 10. Guess I could wire it differently, but I'd rather not. I don't understand why this is not working. Because it sure looks like right here So right here it's 0, 1, 0. And if I move that in, it's because I haven't slept yet? No, it's not true. No, you see it's been 0, 1, 0 for a while. How does this thing work again? It's like the DX 3300. Read from any exit to get a 3-digit number that captures the state of the pins. The digits resulting will be set to 0, 1. So if the pin is 100 or 0, it should work. Is it getting confused because this is wired? Let's try that. Nope, see, ACC is still 0. I should be able to read the state of the pin, but I can't. It's pretty weird. It's like I can write to it, but I can't read from it. Maybe it's because there's nothing like reading. Maybe there's nothing writing over here. Like if I were to write on this side, like move 100 into P1. Maybe I can read because I'm writing into it. Like it doesn't know its like current state. Yeah, so it knows that because I'm pushing a 100 in there, and it can see it, but it can't see this one because it itself can't read itself. Just super weird. I guess that's the way it works, though. Okay, so I guess I'll have to remember it. So if moving ACC to X3, let's move ACC to DAT, and then move DAT into X3, and then move DAT into ACC. Can I do it in all ACC? Can I change this one to DAT? Yeah, maybe I could just change this one to DAT and make ACC. ACC to current state. Probably a shorter instruction set. I've broken this thing. That's okay. Let's just see if this will work. I need to test this thing. Advance to here. Test if DAT is 1. Okay, that's working. that's working too. Good. And I haven't handled the 0 part yet. That shouldn't be too bad. Test if dat is 0. If that's true, then DST x0 to that. And move ACC to x3. I might just move that all the time because it doesn't really matter. Let's try that. Yeah, there it goes. Nice. Now my kill switch does not work yet, but that shouldn't be too hard to rig up. I could probably just go like this and like this. Maybe. I'm sure people have designed it without this thing. But I'm sure that's tricky. And I wonder if I could just yeah, I don't know if I want this guy. What I could do is I could communicate with it over an X bus, input output. So I could move x0 into, or just test of it, because I don't need to read it again. Test of x0 is 100, and then before I sleep I'll move 100 into x0, or I will move 0 into x0. And then over here, I will move something into x1 accordingly. And then I will test if x1 is 100. If it is, then I will move 0 into dat. So that's basically waiting for the other guy to finish. Looks like it's bugged. Okay, let's see. I'm moving 0 into dat, adding 1. Oh, I never reset. Hold on, this one didn't work. So I'm testing, I'm moving 100 into x1. If I am, I should move 0 into that. Yeah, that's good. Let's see, I want to test really not if it's -1. I want to know if it's greater than, test if it's greater than -800, like 900. Because anything above 900, -900, will be good enough, we'll say. Oh, my kill switch still didn't work. But it should be getting closer. Let's remove all these breakpoints. Alright, so now I'm moving 0 into, why did I move 0? Test if it's greater than. Yeah, I moved 0, that's right. And add 1, yep, that's right. And 3 and 4, yep. 5. So now moving 0 back into x1. Alright, so now moving 0 into dat. No, not dat, ACC. This is a bug. Alright, that should work, hopefully. It's 1 too fast. Test if it's equal to 6. There we go. No problem. I'm sure people have designed it without this thing, but I will leave that exercise to another day. Let's simulate fast. still pretty competitive. Most people didn't design without that part, so it's not too bad. Power usage is pretty high, but oh well. Let's see what they said about it. Sweet. Can't be too careful when you make robots. Am I right, or am I right? I am learning some more casual-style English from Joe. You scared me for a second there. Alright. See you next time on SHENZHEN.io.